barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. So I'm not sure if you guys saw the Kevin Hart interview with on the Breakfast Club. I think it's a sensational interview. I thought Kevin Hart was strong. He was firm, to the point, and he wrapped his thoughts around a very permeating subject that's in our community. And I'm gonna play the comment after this, but I want you guys to listen to the clip, and then on the other side of the clip, I'll give my commentary. All right, peace.
So is that true?
No.
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 Where you get that from?
I don't know. No, and I want to make this perfectly clear. This is not a Kevin Hart versus Katt thing. This is not that. I don't give that much of a fuck. I don't have time to care that much. Mm-hmm. This is I'm shining a light on what we complain about. Mm-hmm. We complain that we don't have. Then we get, and now we tear down those that are getting what we said we don't have. Make a decision. I'm going to ride with whatever decision we make. Y'all on the platform. Help me figure out so I know what we're sticking to. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'm wrong. So if I'm wrong, tell me now so I can take the money out of my Laugh Out Loud network. So I can stop trying to produce these movies and get diversity looks and make a multicultural cast pop. Because I thought that's what we wanted. So if it's not what we want, tell me. And I'll pull back. And I'll go back and I'll do what was being done that we didn't want. So we're going to fix a problem, then help a fucking problem become fixed by being a part of the solution and not the problem. When you are down and you attack those that are now becoming a part of the solution, you're the fucking problem.
It's interesting that they always say the white man gives people in Hollywood stuff. As if we haven't been watching y'all bust y'all ass for years.
Absolutely. I can say that there has been a heavy separation within races and opportunity in the entertainment business. I can say all the complaints that have been given over the past are not only correct, but worthy of the attention that they got. Mm-hmm. Okay? Within all the movements, within all the conversation, within we need more. Mm-hmm. You goddamn right. I get it. I was a person that was told movies can't translate overseas with black leads in comedy. I was told that to my face. I begged for those opportunities. I pushed for them. I got them. And now you see more movies with people of color in the lead position getting those opportunities because we're pushing for it. So if we want to see change, then we got to support those that are fighting for the change. So in every way, shape, or form, everything that I'm saying right now is about solution. I'm putting my money where my mouth is, guys. You're not going to hurt me. I got it. I got it for real.
And Tiff,
you're not going to hurt me.
They talk about people giving people stuff.
So you've heard the comment by Kevin Hart, and I'll please go listen to the full video. You know, Kevin Hart is somebody that inspires me. He's always up before me. You know, I get up at 4:30 now and go run, so we're probably up around the same time. When he's in LA, he gets up, he go box, he's training for a marathon. He's in a different city every day. You understand what I'm saying? And the one thing he said that was so eloquent in just his life, he says, I want to be a billionaire by next year. Or he gave his whatever time frame he said. And I thought that was just powerful, man. I'm always inspired for people that aspire to be greater than something they can see, touch, or feel. Obviously, we know if he goes on, he can be successful, but he also can be complacent. You know, he will get residuals, $1 million in residuals for a long, long time, you know. And he said something at the end of that quote that I want to talk about. He said, I got it. Now, everybody's going to talk about, he says, you can do what you want to me, basically. I got it. You guys going to immediately go to the money factor, right? He got it. Yeah, he got all this money in the world. But he's talking about completeness. I got it. You can say what you want about me. You know, we can talk about his transgressions. We can talk about him not being the perfect man, but we also got to look at ourselves when we point another finger at another man about not being the perfect man. And you can say, well, he cheated on his wife, or you can say, but have you lied to your woman or man, or have you been dishonest? What the Bible say, there's no big I's and little U's, right? A sin is a sin, right? So at the end of the day, I've been critical of Kevin Hart in the past, but when he said that, it pierced me so hard. I was like, man, because you guys know, since that Jay-Z album, I bring it up in so many videos, it held me accountable in a spiritual realm. Now, I think it's just essential that we aspire to seek out greatness in ourselves and seek out greatness in our friends. And what we tend to do is tear down people who are aspiring to be great. I see it in the comment section, not only in my comment section, I see it in other people's YouTube comment sections. I see it on Instagram. I see it. I hear it in fighters. I hear it in boxers. I hear it. People want to tear each other's down based off interpretation rather than facts. You understand what I'm saying? And I think it's essential that we learn to love greatness. We learn to love people's individuality. We learn to love people's ability to aspire to be great. We learn to love and appreciate and encourage people who are great. You understand? I always use the example when I don't watch hockey. I only watch Wayne Gretzky. I only watch Mark Messier when they won the championship in '95, I believe it was. That's it. Or when the Rangers went to the finals 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago against the Kings. Like, that's all. They said Wayne Gretzky was great. They said Mark Messier was great, so I watched him. You understand what I'm saying? And I am so enamored with greatness. Like, it is beyond my own comprehension or my ability to expound it in this video or put words or adjectives or noun, adverbs together to explain it to you guys. I am so attracted to greatness. It is, again, beyond my own comprehension. And I wish that upon everybody. Like I said, I don't want to be the only one at the top of the mountain saying I did it. You know, we did it. You understand? And sometimes when great people do things, it may be peculiar, right? It may be unfamiliar. It may rub you the wrong way. I see it in the comment section all the time. Sometimes I have videos sometimes I say things in videos I believe are on a higher frequency that you have to have some sort of spiritual, you have to be confident in yourself, or you can even say it about 78 when he does a video. You can say it about Black Fight Fan when he does a video. You can say it about any other. Those are the most notable ones, but in everybody's other videos, whoever it may be, whether it be Town, the Boxing Clinic, whoever, Dante's Boxing Nation, Boxing Ego, you understand? They may say something, may rub you the wrong way. That's an insecurity that you have to deal with on a personal level. And Kevin Hart said it so eloquent about Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart said about Katt Williams, you were the man. You were supposed to be me, basically. You threw it away, drugs and alcohol, women, abusing time, abusing relationships. And now you're shitting on the people who actually are taking the opportunity that you didn't value. Right? Like, for example, so many people are like how Jim Lampley is offended by Andre Ward putting God first in his life. Or some people are offended by how Floyd Mayweather spends his money. Or how he flaunts his money. Or how rappers flaunt their money. Meek Mill said in a song one time, he said in a vlog or something like that, he says, I flaunt my money on social media to let you know that you can aspire to get the same thing, to let you know that it's real. Right? And that's all based off of the mindset that's digesting the information. If you digest Meek Mill on YouTube by saying, oh, he's an arrogant guy, he got all these Rolls Royce, all these jewelries, he got all these women, from a negative aspect, you will digest it negatively. But if you see it like, man, if I believe in myself, say you have a 9-to-5 job, if I invest what I get from this 9-to-5 job in my purpose, I can be great too. Being great doesn't have a monetary value on it. That's the residual reward of being great, living in your purpose, is the money. That joy, that happiness, that completeness is what I got it. That Kevin Hart quote, I got it. That shit was so powerful to me. You can't affect me anymore. My home is in order. I'm spiritually complete. I'm striving for something that I don't even know that I can really, really obtain it, but I believe I can. And I'm going to accomplish this, whether you believe it or not, whether you deem it impossible. Run marathons, become a billionaire, get up and box every morning, take care of his kids, put his best friends on. You always see him around the same 5 guys. You never see him around 10 different dudes every time you see him. You understand? And I think that's just essential, and it's a beautiful thing. And I want all of us to get there. Because we got to do better at digesting greatness. Floyd Mayweather is great. Andre Ward is great. Oprah Winfrey's great. Yes, people are going to make mistakes along the way because we're flawed humans. But there's no boxer that I've ever seen in my eyes that's ever been great inside the ring and outside the ring in terms of generating wealth as Floyd Mayweather. There's no fighter I've ever seen in my life that's ever been better than Andre Ward at integrating faith, family, and boxing. I've never seen no one better than Andre Ward. You understand? I'm going to see Jay-Z tonight. Why am I going to see Jay-Z tonight? Not because he's a great artist, but because every time I hear his music and he's talking about a artist I've never heard of, an innuendo about a Picasso painting, an innuendo about black excellence, being great, being able to go to any MLK Boulevard. That's what I strive to be. That metaphor is so powerful. I'm good on any MLK Boulevard is honestly what we all strive to be, especially when you come from where I come from. You want to be good on any MLK Boulevard, whether you're worth $500 million or $5, anywhere in between, right? And I thought that was so powerful, and him repenting to his wife in a public forum on an album, and then talking about the institution of family, and I just think that's just beautiful. Like I tell you, I said it on Instagram a long time ago. Jay-Z is like my pastor. Like whenever I need something in life, I always go to a Jay-Z quote. You know what I mean? Like Jay-Z, I have hundreds of Jay-Z quotes in my head, and I get through a rough patch, and I'll be like, damn, Jay-Z said that shit. You know, Jay-Z's from Brooklyn. You know what I mean? I use Tupac as well. I use Biggie as well. But hip hop raised me, man. Like that's just who I am. But in real life, we must be attracted to greatness. We must be attracted to greatness. All right? And we can't look at greatness as negative. You understand? We need to create solutions in our life. Create solutions in our life, period. The money is the reward of you becoming one with your purpose. All right, people are going to get money, but when you look at money and you can just smile at it and revel in it and see it as an asset and not a lot, and not, you got to use money to create assets. People use money and create liabilities, cars, flaunting women around, whatever the case, buying jewelry, alcohol. You know, using it to reflect negative perceptions of yourself. Whereas money should be used to help and put other people on. Buying homes, buying property, helping out your friends, etc., etc., etc. But if they abuse that asset, then you put that asset and you take it somewhere else. But at the end of the day, I want you guys to watch this video twice, 3 times if you have to. And more important, I want you to really internalize what Kevin Hart is saying in this video. I know I'm giving you the long form of it, and I may be going in and out and changing subjects. But at the end of the day, I think what Kevin Hart is saying is so powerful. And if you follow Kevin Hart on Instagram, the man moves. The man ain't no joke, man. And then a lot of you guys say, it's Napoleon complex. There is no such thing as Napoleon complex. You're either great or you're not. There's no such thing as the athletes who are 6'5", 6'6", get everything. You either great or you're not. The reason why people say you have a Napoleon complex is because they feel they're inferior. I would never place a negative connotation, a negative comment on another person and it not be reflected upon me. If it's not a fact. That is such a subjective comment. It's like saying the NBA says no 7-footer can be an NBA coach. Right? Why isn't Kareem Abdul-Jabbar a coach? You understand what I'm saying? That's the connotation. It's not the reality, but that's the perception. Right? Or if you see a 6'6", strong-looking man, oh, he's been given everything in his life. You know what I mean? Like, people have these perceptions, and it's so false. You either, guys, I have women now too. You either great or you're not. Never be offended by someone. Never ever be offended by someone else's greatness. Never ever be offended by someone in search. See, we're all in search of it. Even if you have it, you're always in search of a higher frequency. Everyone, all 8 billion of us are searching. We're navigating. And sometimes we put in the wrong address in our navigation system. So we have to reacquaint ourselves. We have to recalibrate ourselves, right? Oh, we went to the wrong destination. Like J. Cole said, he says, the good news is you came a long way. The bad news is you went the wrong way. We go the wrong way sometimes. We say the wrong thing sometimes. So we always have to understand a man's intentions is powerful. And sometimes they're negative, sometimes they're positive. But when a man's intentions is positive, you know, like someone in this video is going to say Fred is full of himself. He's always talking about himself. I am only an expert on myself. And I love when people give first-person accounts of themselves, them struggles, their rise to greatness. Don't you know when I go past OWN Network and Oprah is talking, I stop and I'm like, huh. Don't you know when we have a restaurant called Simply Wholesome, and about 2 or 3 times a year, I see Stevie Wonder in there. And I just walk up to Stevie like, hey, how you doing? I tell Stevie, tell me a story. He's not my friend. His security knows me by now. It happens 2 or 3 times a year. It's nothing really big. But Stevie Wonder, he always eats at Simply Wholesome here in LA. And I see him a handful of times, maybe between 2 and 4 times a year. And I say, Stevie, tell me a story. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I just want all of us. We're all in search of it. All right? All right? And I love and appreciate y'all. But I think it's essential that when people are giving great ideas, great advice, listen. Listen, 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 listen. And I'm not the most perfect guy. And I'm only going to speak for myself. But I listen to other people on YouTube. I listen to everyone's YouTube channel. And I pick greatness from them. They may do a 30-minute video, but it may be 15 seconds of that video that I hold on to for that day or that week or that month. And I say, you know what? I'm going to hold myself accountable to what he said and relate it to my life. When we see greatness, appreciate it, man. All right? Like LeBron James. I'm like, this man is great. Kobe Bryant, he's great. Even as far as people hated Gary Payton because he talked too much. I'm like, dude, Gary Payton is one of the toughest, greatest guards in the NBA. I'm going to take what 0.5% I can add from him and put it into my game and be great. So at the end of the day, I salute Kevin Hart. He did it with such humility. He was so concise. His words were strong. He spoke with conviction. He meant every word, and he didn't put a person down saying it. So at the end of the day, man, I want you guys to go rewatch this. Go watch the Breakfast Club interview. I think is exceptional, and rewatch this video after you watch it if you can. I'm not saying it because I have the magic words or anything like that. I'm just saying, but just to get in that mindset. We have to practice getting in that mindset, getting in that mindset to be great, right? Ask yourself, how many great things do you hear, see, touch, feel, or smell every day of your life? I'll say it again. How many great things do you feel, touch, see, hear, or whatever the fifth sense is a day? Greatness needs to be tactile. All right, we need to have tactile examples of greatness in our life. And some of you may use YouTube for that. Some of you may use the Bible for that. Some of you may use your best friend, your mom, your dad, your pastor, your cousin. But it needs to be an everyday thing in our life. Like you go to work every day for 8 hours a day. You need to find an example of greatness in your life every day and seek it out. Period. End of discussion. So Kevin Hart, I salute you. He really inspires me, man. He be up boxing. He's gotten better at boxing. I've posted a handful of videos in the past. You guys have come to see that. He's gotten, and I've even put it, Kevin Hart has gotten so much better in boxing. He's improved a great deal. How does a man with that schedule, he spends 40% of his life in the air. I'll say this again. I'm going to be safe. He spends 30% of his life asleep or on a plane. Maybe 40%. He's been on tour for 2 years, man. I've seen him back-to-back times. I've seen him twice in the past year and a half. I've seen him twice, I believe. He's been on tour for basically 2 years, man. Grinding, making movies. Anyway, I'm not calling him God. I'm just using him as the example of wanting and striving to be great. And us boxing fans, since this is a boxing channel, take the great out of our examples. All right? Take the great out. Anyways, barbershop conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Happy Sunday. No NFL on, so I may do a couple more videos. I'm not leaving until 4 o'clock to go drop the kids off and go to the concert. So I may be sitting there. I'm going to watch everybody's YouTube channels. I'm going to catch up on what I did yesterday. And I'm going to sit in this room and chill and watch videos, do videos. I'm going to do some reading. I'm going to order that Jay Prince video. I'm going to order Jay Prince today. And I'm going to listen to some of that. I'm going to get the audio version so I can put it in the car and do all that stuff too. So I'm going to start that off. And that's it, man. So anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Salute to Kevin Hart. Salute to his purpose. Salute. I appreciate him inspiring. He inspired me. Follow him on Instagram. You're going to be like, he never stops, man. He never stops. Barbershop conversation. I'll holla. Peace.